Bunny ran into somebody's knife 8 times. By the way, side note, why didn't they boil Bunny? She could have gotten trapped in a sauna and boiled alive. And I think that's what Bunny would have wanted. She would have wanted to go out like a G. I think John Hoffman and Steve Martin missed an opportunity here. Anyway, a knitting needle was jammed into Bunny's neck just so, planted to set up Mabel. Mabel was caught red-handed, covered in blood, hovering over the dead body of the super she didn't like. She hated Bunny. But I think Mabel knows exactly who did it. Why is she protecting the killer? Bunny's final words as she draws her last nicotine-filtered breath. Savage and 14. Now, what does this mean? It's cryptic. Charles's last name is Savage, but what's 14? Does she mean the 14th floor of the Arconia? Anyway, later, Mabel, Charles, and Oliver, aka OMB Gang, are downtown for questioning. Now, Michael Rappaport has joined the cast, and he plays Detective Krepp, tough cop whose prime was during the Hill Street Blues era. And Detective Williams maintains her straight shooter, hip hop persona. They're there questioning the OMB gang. The cops have nothing on them, so they're eventually released. But not before knowing that they are persons of interest. Now, Oliver later puts on a show for the media circus when they're released. He's trying to promote his podcast, but Martin and Mabel have moved on for a while. Mabel enters her apartment for the first time since she found Bunny shanked. She replays the moment she found Bunny in a pool of her blood as she scrubs away the stains off her parquet flooring. Meanwhile, Charles gets a call from the Brazos producers. Are they ready to revamp the show? And then Oliver, he meets Amy Schumer in the elevator. Amy presses the penthouse, which was Sting's former apartment, as she bought Sting's old apartment. She offers to license the podcast so that she could develop it into a series because she doesn't think it's gone far enough. So she invites Oliver to her apartment later to pitch him. Speaking of pitch meetings, Charles is in a pitch meeting of his own. He meets with young exec producers and showrunners of the revamped Brazos. The namesake has been recast and regendered to skew younger, and now he'll play Uncle Brazos or some other iteration of old and washed up as a series regular. It's a slap in the face, but will Charles turn this down? Cara Delevingne is cast as Alice. She's an art dealer who owns a gallery. She slides into Mabel's DMs and invites her to a showing with midsummer vibes. Mabel even has to ask if this is part of a cult. They have good chemistry, so Cara's art could be really interesting. Tina Fey's character, Cinda Canning, capitalizes off of OMB Gang's newfound notoriety and arrest by stealing their podcast format. They don't want it anymore, apparently, and launching her own podcast series investigating them. Later, OMB Gang decides to break into Bunny's apartment, because why not? To search for clues surrounding her death or murder. Bunny's bird is there. Nobody's thought in all this time to save the bird. I'm sure police officers searched her apartment. They didn't take the bird. Well, the bird's a parrot named Mrs. Gamberlini. She'll be useful in this investigation. You would think that cops would have taken her to see what she knows, but no. But she'll be useful to this investigation, repeating sound bites of an incriminating nature. Now, they're not the only ones interested in Bunny's apartment. Uma and Howard enter looking for a Rose Cooper painting. To their dismay and shock, it's missing. Who'd steal it, though? It is very valuable. OMG Gang hear them coming through the front door and sneak into Bunny's closet, which happens to have a secret getaway or dumbwaiter elevator. As it turns out, the Rose Cooper painting is in Charles's apartment. Somebody's framing him literally. The man in the painting resembles Charles too, but it's not him. It's his dad.